Hello. It's
Hi,
happy
friend.
hour.
It is happy hour, and I'm just going to apologize in advance. I am a little bit sick, so you may catch me coughing a little bit. Everything's okay. I'm good, but yeah, sorry in advance.
Yeah, I told her I could do it. Like I could just split you guys in half and manage it, but she's like, nope, nope, nope. I gotta
No,
be
because
there.
I have to lead Team Maris to their third victory. That's
Oh
what has to
man.
happen.
All right. That is super dedication right there. Coming to okay. All right. So we took a poll before this, and you guys voted that we should play fundamentals. So we're going to play Nurse Squad fundamentals today. And I love that we're playing this because one, well, I know Maris loves it because her girl's on the front here
It's
that
my
she likes, right?
girl.
But the other reason that I'm so excited to play fundamentals is that this material is going to be applicable to every single nursing student out there. So you don't have to be in fundamentals for this to, be meaningful for you. You're going to get tested on fundamental stuff through your entire nursing program to the last semester when you're in leadership. Leadership questions are like 80% fundamentals information. So fundamentals is something that everybody needs to be good at. So I'm
Yes, and
excited for that.
also I feel like when you take NCLEX, I feel like a huge chunk of it is fundamentals. Like I really feel like a big proportion of what I took was fundamentals, and also when in doubt, if I didn't know the answer to something, I always brought it back to fundamentals. What's the least invasive? What's going to be if I can only do one thing, before I leave the room, like what is it going to be? So I always feel like that fundamental stuff is, if you are square and ready to go on fundamentals, you'll be able to reason and ration your way through a lot of the other stuff when you get to
Totally.
tricky concepts.
Totally. So I want to go through, I just want to show you like what's in this game in case you're considering getting it. But before I do that, I want to make sure you guys know we have special offer, don't we, Maris,
We sure
today?
do, because you guys know that we can't help ourselves. So tonight until midnight Pacific, which is 3 a.m. Eastern, if you are on Eastern time like I am, you can save 10% on any product that has Nurse Squad in it by using the code NS10. And what does that mean? It means that you can save 10% on an individual game, like if you just wanted to get this one. You can save 10% on a bundle of Nurse Squad games, or if you want to get what we call our ultimate bundles, which is a flashcard, like fundamentals flashcards paired with the fundamentals game, you can save 10% on that. So if it has a Nurse Squad somewhere involved, you can save 10%. But also, if you are a YouTube member, you already know this, but you will have a special discount that is a better discount that lasts for longer, and that will be available on the community tab of our YouTube page when this live is over. Okay, so make sure to go watch that video, get your special discount. Don't share it with anybody because it's just for you for being a member. And if you want to get that discount and you're not a member, you can go join right now or anytime after this broadcast, and you'll be able to access all of our special deals like that as well.
Totally. And it looks like we have a new member
Oh,
tonight.
we sure do.
Johannes, yeah,
Johannes.
welcome. So glad to have you. So make sure you go onto our, YouTube page and watch the video so you can get your special discount just for
Absolutely.
members. So let's kind of just review kind of like what's in here, what to expect. So our Nurse Squad game comes in this really awesome magnetic box. And so it's like all one piece and it kind of just snaps down really nicely. I've taken everything out of it, but it has like instructions on how to play. It has our 8 avatars that you can choose from if you want to play
So you
as
guys
someone.
already
So,
know. You already
and
know I'm playing as Willow the Wiz. She's my favorite. She's got cool glasses. She has a hearing disability just like I do, and I love her. So I always play as Willow. I will never play as anybody else. I'm sorry. They're all great, but she's my girl.
well, I'm changing it up today because
Ooh.
sometimes I do Carmen a lot because I like her purple hair. But I've been working out a lot lately. So I had hip surgery, like a labral tear back in April, and I had to have surgery, and it was a long recovery. And normally I'm totally into strength training, and I wasn't able to do it, but I'm finally recovered enough that I am starting up working out again. So I'm definitely going to be Izzy, because she's super
And you
buff.
guys can't see it like on
Oh,
here because of it, but she's
Yeah.
super buff, and she's got tattoos too, which, you know, like I'm a big
Okay,
fan.
I
I'm
don't
not
have
super
that.
buff, but I have the tattoos, so I like that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have the tattoos, but I'm aiming to get those biceps back. Like, it's
Heck
amazing
yeah.
how much muscle mass I lost when I wasn't able to exercise, but I'm back on it. So I'm going to be Izzy. But there's like 8 avatars to choose from. Then we've got a huge stack of question cards, right? So here are all the question cards. Some of them are worth 1 point, some are worth 2 points, and some are worth 3 points. So
And you'll
1
see,
point.
like, she's got principles there, so that's telling you that it comes from the principles deck. Then there's ones like practice and skills, that's coming from the practice and skills section of the fundamentals deck. Same with like gerontology and leadership. So it tells you, all of these games tell you what section of the deck is coming from. The only one that doesn't apply to is health assessment, because there are no real sections in that deck. So it's all just jumbled together. But that way you can use some strategy when you're seeing what's coming up next in deciding if you're going to answer it, or if you're going to use your hazard cards to make the other player or other team answer it instead. Because that way you can say like, ooh, I know Cathy really isn't good at XYZ, and that's what's next, and it's 3 points. There's no way she's going to get it. I'm going to play a hazard card.
Totally. Okay. And these are the hazard cards. And so this is like the top of them, but then there's all different hazards, and these hazards are unique to fundamentals. And these are actually some of my favorite hazard cards. Like, and so if you play a hazard card on your opponent, that means your opponent has to answer a question. And if they get it right, they don't get any points. They don't lose any points, either. But if they get it wrong, then they lose 4 points.
4 points, which is more than any question is worth. So
totally.
it can only hurt them. It can't help them in any capacity. But like I was telling Cathy right before we got on, this one, 9 a.m. med pass, is my favorite. And of course, everything's a little blurry on camera, but the illustration is really cute. But as an ER nurse, this is what I feel like when I have boarded patients in the ER. And if you don't know what a boarded patient is, it's an admitted patient, but there's no room upstairs. So we have to take care of them in the ER. And I am literally always like, I don't know how to do this. Like, how do med-surg nurses do this? I'm not equipped to handle this. And I always feel like Izzy right here running around with her arms full, being like, all right, here's all the drugs.
But there's we got combative patient, like
there's a butt sticking out.
It's a little booty hanging out. Meris was telling me about one of those in the ER the other day. We got somebody getting their permethrin treatment for scabies, trying to get to the lab, glucose checks, that'll slow you down for sure. Then going and getting the insulin, that'll really slow you down. Airborne precautions will also slow you down. So like these hazards are for real. Here's a Code Brown situation. And then pulled to sit. We were talking about that before the game starts. So, and then of course the 9 a.m. med pass with 20 meds. So these are all the cool hazard cards for fundamentals, which are awesome.
Yes.
So, so the way this is going to work, you can play this game with like one other person. You can play it as a group. You can play it competitively or collaboratively. So the way Meris and I usually play this for our lives is we divide you guys up into 2 teams. So people who have their handle name between the letters of A and L will be Team Cathy, and people with someone said, I thought you guys were the same person. No, surprise!
We get asked all the time though if we're related, and it's my favorite because I'm always like, you think I look like her? Oh my god. No, we are completely not related. We live on different sides of the country, but I think it's the glasses.
It might be the glasses. I don't know. Somebody like, are you guys sisters? We're like, teaching sisters.
We should start telling people we are. Be like, yeah, we went into this business together. It's family business.
Totally. So the way it's going to work is A through L you're going to be Team Cathy. If your handle name is M through Z, then you're going to be Team Meris.
So put in the comments right now. Tell us what team you're on so that we can
what team are you?
check. Everybody's got it right because there's always some confusion here. You guys answer questions for your team only. Team Meris, I swear, if you start answering Team Cathy questions, we're gonna turn this car around because no, do not help them. Don't you?
Totally. Oh, before we get started too, we're gonna do a giveaway too at the end of this thing, aren't we?
Yeah, obviously. Of course.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna give away a nurse squad today of your choice. So
June, you are on Team Cathy.
All right, Brian, Team Cathy. June, you are also Team Cathy.
It's okay. This happens every time.
Okay, you have one person on your team so far. So
excuse me. Team
Mellow
Meris,
Bonnie.
at?
She's on your team. Okay.
Perla is here. Thank
All
you.
Right.
Madison.
Okay.
We're ready. We got this, Melanie.
Okay.
Listen.
So everybody knows what team they're on, right? Okay.
Kai,
so the way
you are on Team Cathy.
Okay. What's that? Kai, I know.
You guys,
I get mixed up too. It's okay.
A through L. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. You are on Team Cathy.
Yay, the winning team. Well, you don't know that yet, so we're gonna see how that works out.
2 for 2.
It's all right, Kai. Come on over to Cathy. I gotcha. We're gonna do this thing. All right. All right. So who went first last time? How do we want to do this?
I don't know,
Do
but
remember?
I feel like you guys should answer a question first because I feel like that's the kindest thing that we could do is give you that advantage.
Okay, that's how it's gonna be, huh? Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. All right, Team Cathy, get ready. We got this.
This is a 3-point question from the practice and skills. Oh, wait, we don't have a scorekeeper. June, God, thank you so much. Immediately, you read my mind. Maybe you are on Team Meris. June is going to be scorekeeper. So, June, we will tell you up front how much it's worth, and then we will tell you again when it is answered correctly or not, so that you have that, okay? So, 3-point question from practice and skills. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Here we go. Which type of incontinence is caused by an overactive detrusor muscle? So only Team Cathy answer this. Team Meris.
Okay. So what are the types of incontinence, guys? Do you guys know? There's multiple. There's that kind of incontinence, but there's actually another type of incontinence. What's the other kind besides stress incontinence? So stress is like where you're coughing or sneezing. It's a type of urinary incontinence, but it's not stress incontinence.
Oh, God, I forgot to put you on the clock.
Oh, okay. It's not stress.
Overactive detrusor muscle.
And it's hard to get to the bathroom in time. So with stress incontinence, like if you're coughing, yes! Thank goodness.
Urge incontinence.
Ashley for the win. Good job,
3
Ashley.
3 points to Team
3 points
Cathy.
for Team Cathy. Woo! We were running out of time there, guys. Okay. I have a 1-point principles question. Okay. Right. Team Meris, you guys ready?
We got this.
All right. What term is used to describe a bed positioned flat but tilted with the foot of the bed lower than the head of the bed?
Wait, what? The foot of the bed is lower than the
head of the bed.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Yep. So what is this bed position where the head of the bed is up and the foot of the bed is lower?
Oh, yes. Right away. Yes, Melanie, reverse Trendelenburg. Yes.
Excellent.
I love it.
Nice job. Nice job. So that is one point for Team Meris.
Heck yes. All right. You ready?
We're ready. We got
We
this.
got a 3-point leadership question.
Another 3-pointer. Okay.
Oh God. Okay. What is the priority intervention for a chemically impaired employee? What is the priority intervention for a chemically impaired employee?
Okay,
Team
we got
Cathy
this.
only.
All right. If you're the supervisor on a floor and you notice that one of your nurses is chemically impaired, what is the priority for you to do? What's the first thing you need to do if you notice one of your nurses on your staff is chemically impaired? I know you guys would get this. Come on.
And this again is there's multiple right answers. There's multiple correct things to do. But what?
What?
Don't wash them.
Take
Do
them
not
off.
wash them.
You need to get them off the floor, right? You need to get them. Yes. You need to
remove them. Yes, absolutely right.
Right. So they are not providing any patient care while they are intoxicated or
That is exactly right. So that is 3 points to Team Cathy, June. Yikes.
Whoop, whoop.
6-1.
And then you need to, so other things you need to do. The first thing you need to do and the priority action is to get them off the floor. And then you're going to need to arrange for safe transportation home and then arrange a meeting, ideally, within 24 hours for them to come back and talk to you.
24 hours. Yep.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So we have a funds, practice, and skills 2-point question.
Easy peasy.
They look like twins. I love it. Okay. If a patient is having a seizure, the nurse should attempt to insert an artificial airway. True or false?
Team Meris, you got this. I believe in you. Do we want to put an artificial airway in their
a patient having a seizure
while they are seizing?
False. Okay, there's like a million falses there. Everybody answered at the same time.
There's like a little lag. So yes, false. You are correct. We don't put anything in somebody's mouth when they are having a seizure. This used to be the best practice. You used to be taught that you should put something in their mouth like a belt or a wallet so that they wouldn't bite their tongues. But that's riskier to their airway. Putting something in their mouth, it's risky to their airway. It's risky that you're going to cause harm to the patient. So we want to not put anything in their mouth. Other things we would do, gently lower them to the floor if we can help it. If they were standing or seated, we're going to put them on their left side, loosen any restrictive clothing, note the start and the stop time of the seizure, and protect them from harm. So move things away from them that they could hurt themselves with. I'm going to tell you right now, that makes a great select all that apply question.
100% you're going to get that on a select all that applies type of question for sure. Okay, so that was 2 points for Team Meris.
2 points for Team Meris. Thank you.
Okay. And
all right.
We're ready for our next question.
Okay, here we go. 2-point practice and skills question. Which stage of pressure injury is characterized by a deep wound with an exposed tendon?
All right, so we got a pressure injury that goes all the way down to the tendon. So what stage is that, guys?
And you guys have a wound care nurse leading your team, so you better get this right.
Totally. Okay, so stage 4.
Yep.
So stage 4 means you can see bone, tendon, or muscle. With a stage 3, those things will not be visible. A stage 3 can be very deep, but with no exposed bone, tendon, or muscle. And with stage 3 and with stage 4, there may be tunneling or undermining as well. But the key thing with stage 3 is that you do not see those like underlying structures. You're not seeing the bone, tendon, or muscle. All right. Nice job, Team Cathy.
So that was, wait, how many? That was 2 points to Team Cathy.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. I have a 1-point principles question. And the question is, in the event of a tornado, where should the nurse relocate the patients?
Okay. So Team Meris, if you live in the Midwest, you already know the answer to this question because we spend our whole lives doing tornado drills. But no matter where you work in a hospital, you need to be prepared for what to do in the event of disasters such as flooding or tornadoes. And that is very important. Yes, look at you guys.
Nice.
Look at you guys.
Nice.
Here's a little bonus question. What if you can't move your patient away from a window? What if they're like, what if it's you have no notice, or for some reason you can't move them away from a window? What are you going to do then? You are correct. The correct answer is into a hallway.
You got it.
Away from windows. But what if you got like a patient who's like really medically complex and there's like, yeah, so we would move the bed. I like that. Move it away from the window as far as possible. How else can we protect them from harm? This isn't like part of the question. I'm just being the annoying level
little
of
extra
educator.
something for you guys. Cover the window.
Cover the window or cover the patient. So put a
Yes.
blanket over the patient. Yes, cover them with blanket and pillows to protect them from any of those flying shards of glass if possible. You guys are so smart.
Do you guys have to do that often by you? Like, I don't live in the Midwest.
Well, I'm fortunate in that I live in Columbus, so we are a major city. We're the capital of Ohio, so we have lots of tall buildings and stuff, which kind of helps to decrease that tornado risk in the major urban area. But like, yeah, we have you know that it is noon on a Wednesday because you hear the tornado sirens, and every Wednesday at noon it goes off. And when I first lived here, I was like, what's going on? Like, do I need to take cover? Like,
wow. Okay, yeah, no, that's a trip because we don't, that doesn't really go down over here. But,
oh, yes.
Okay, that was a 1-point question for Team Meris.
All right.
And okay, so who's our scorekeeper again?
June is our scorekeeper.
June. Okay, June. What's the score? When you get a chance.
Like, yeah. It's no rush, but
no rush.
I think
we'll keep going.
Crazy. It's like 8-5 or something. Okay. 2-point gerontology question. Question
All
about
right.
the olds. All right. Sorry. Which disorder of close vision is common in older adults? Hi, Jessica. Thank you for joining membership.
Welcome. Okay, so
which disorder? Yep. Which disorder of close vision is common in older adults?
All right. So someone can't see.
Oh my God! Just right away.
Totally.
I couldn't even flip this.
Right. I know. Ariana. Yes.
Presbyopia. Look
Very
at
nice.
Wow. Okay.
Nice. I know. I was getting ready to lay down some clues and it was just already done.
So that's 2 points to Team Cathy. Oh, Cathy has 8, Meris has 4, so Cathy has 10 now. Team Meris. We're doing fine. We're not doing anything wrong.
No.
Well, we gotta get it together.
Okay, so we just answered that question. So I'm gonna give you a question, unless you're gonna.
What's the category here?
It is gerontology 1 point.
No. What's presbyopia? This is a great question. Presbyopia is the age-related loss of near vision, the inability to accommodate for near vision. So that is why when you will see people like who are getting older doing this, right? They can't hold the things up close to their face, right? They have to kind of pull it back. They will pull it back until their eyes can accommodate, because as you grow older, the muscles, the extraocular muscles that are responsible for accommodation, which is the focusing inward, like looking on something towards your nose, become weaker, and it is very difficult then to focus. So that is what presbyopia is. You're welcome.
Wow. Nice explanation. And sadly, I'm doing a little bit of that lately. Like,
me too, though.
Sadly. Okay, so you have a 1 point question coming up.
I don't want to use a hazard on a 1 point question. See, this is the strategy involved. There's no way like that you're going to get it wrong.
Right. There might be, but okay. Y'all want to answer this question? You might.
We've got this.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The nurse expects the systolic blood pressure of an older adult to be affected in which way?
Older adults. What
How
do
is
we
the blood
know
pressure affected?
about
The
vital signs
systolic
in
blood
older
pressure
adults
affected.
specifically? Come on, Team Meris. I believe in you. I know you can do this.
I totally remember getting tested on this in fun.
Me too. Yeah.
Multiple
all the
times.
time. Yeah.
Multiple
They want you
times.
to know. Yes.
Yes, it is increased. It is
Yes.
increased. It's
Everything
elevated.
else is going to go down, right? We
You're right.
expect all of the other vital signs to decrease, except for systolic blood pressure will increase slightly with age due to arteriosclerosis, atherosclerosis. So we will see those vessels are less elastic and stretchy, so they will have a higher systolic pressure. Yes. Okay.
Nice job. You guys did good.
So that was what? A 1 point question to team?
Yeah. That was 1 point. Your next one's a 3-pointer coming up, but that was a 1 point.
Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
How many points is this?
This is a 3-point principles question. It's a little tricky.
So like if at this point I wanted to like
it's up to you.
Play a hazard, right?
You could play a hazard. And then we would have
This is a time. I could play a hazard now and then you would have to answer this question. In lieu of my turn, I can play a hazard on Team Meris. So let's do that just because it's funsies, you know? I'm going to play a hazard and Meris's favorite 9 o'clock med pass. It says there 3 is your number. Why 3? Because that's how many times you need to check each medicine you're about to administer during your 9 o'clock med pass for the entire floor. So if you don't get this next question right, Team Meris will lose 4 points. So
okay,
that's how the whole hazard thing works out. So are you ready?
We're ready.
Okay. This is a 3-point practice and skills question.
Okay.
Describe the difference in the stool output of an ileostomy compared to a sigmoid colostomy.
Okay, Team Meris. I am hoping right now that you have seen my video about ostomies. I hope that you have heard me talk about when I had a colostomy. I hope you have heard me talk about the different ways in which stool output changes based on the location of the ostomy.
Right. So we have ileostomy and sigmoid colostomy. What's the difference? Okay. So ileostomy is loose stool and liquidy. And what about the sigmoid colostomy?
What will a sigmoid colostomy output be like? Yes.
Very good.
Fully formed. Good. Yes.
Right. 100%. And so why is that, right? Because the ileostomy is coming off the small intestine. And where does water get absorbed in the GI tract? It primarily gets absorbed in the colon. And we're not getting down into the colon yet. So when the ostomy comes off off the ileum, then it's going to be liquidy. If it's further down in the GI tract off the colon, then we have a chance for some of that water to get reabsorbed.
Yep, 100%. So we gain 0 points. But you don't lose 4 any points. That's right. Right. And now it's our turn again. You got to ask us another question now.
I tried to get
this one.
You tried to make her lose 4 points.
We can gain some points back, you guys. I believe in us.
Okay. All right. We have a 2-point fun practice and skills question. So, how does the nurse collect a sterile urine specimen from a patient with an indwelling catheter?
This is a great question because this is really asking how can we get a sterile sample for culture, right? We can't just use old stuff, right? So how are we going to get it?
She's giving you guys big clues, man. You better get this one.
So that is totally an answer that I don't believe is on this card. You are right. That within 30 minutes of insertion, Where are we using that syringe to extract the specimen from, though? Yes.
There it is.
From
there it
the
is.
special specimen port. Yes. So
Yep.
a sterile syringe. Yes. From that port. We can't use it from the bag, right? The stuff that's collected down there in the bag that sits for hours and hours until it gets emptied, that's not sterile. Stuff is growing in there already. So 100% right. You got it.
Totally. So collect urine sample from the designated sampling port on the catheter, not from the drainage bag. So
yes,
you guys get 2 points.
2 points to Team Meris. And obviously now it is time for us to use our hazard cards. So we are going to play this one, pulled to sit. So Team Cathy, you guys just got pulled to sit. If you're a nurse, you're on your feet for your entire shift, unless you get pulled to sit. And that's just what happened. The charge nurse asks you to sit with a patient experiencing confusion and disorientation. Pull up a chair and start your observation. All right, guys. So here's your 3-point question where you can either gain 0 points or lose 4 points. Are you ready?
We're ready. We got this. We got this, Team Cathy. Let's go.
I believe in you. Name the 4 stages of Piaget's theory of cognitive development. All 4. Name the 4 stages of Piaget's theory of cognitive development.
Okay, Team Cathy. Who's in their principal section right now? Who knows their Piaget's theory?
You're on the clock. And if you are in PEDS, you might also be very familiar with this, because this comes up again in PEDS.
Totally.
4 stages of Piaget's theory of cognitive development.
Okay, we got this, guys. And some people can just do like 1 or 2, and somebody else can come in with the others.
Tick-tock. Oh my God.
Ashley. Sensory pre-operation and somebody who I cannot read that name, but like, yes.
Yes. Sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. Yes.
Nice.
You guys.
Nice. Nice.
I genuinely was like, they're not going to get this.
I was
like, there's no way.
worried too, because
Brian says he agrees.
Yeah, I was that was
God.
one of the things that I kind of flushed out of my head after I got out of nursing school. Like, you got to know it in nursing school, but then you could like, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm not sure that she really needed after nursing school. So way to go, guys.
Yeah. 0 points to Team Cathy, but they didn't lose any. And thank you so much, Kalaoni. I'm sorry if I can't say your name right, but thank you for joining membership. We're so excited to have you.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Welcome. Good job, Team Cathy. So proud of you guys.
Time to answer another question.
All right.
2 points. Leadership. All right.
Okay.
Ooh, this is a good one. This is the fundamentals game, Sarah. All right. Which stage of conflict is characterized by the individuals involved being unaware that conflict is present or impending?
Okay. Let me say it one more time so everybody can hear it.
Which stage of conflict is characterized by the individuals involved being unaware that conflict is present or impending?
Okay. What stage of conflict? Okay, you can become a member on our YouTube channel, like on
on the community tab.
On the community tab.
YouTube channel. Yes.
Okay. What stage of conflict
is characterized by the involved individuals being unaware that conflict is present or impending? Oh, TikTok.
Okay. We can do this. There's different kinds of conflict. There's like felt conflict, and there's other kinds of conflict. Latent.
No! Yes, you're right. I mean, I said no, but I said
no. I'm like, oh no, did I mess that up? I was like pretty sure it was latent. I didn't say it. I didn't give it away.
No, I just
no.
said.
Oh, you were like, no, they got it. Or was it like, no? Yep.
No, it was like
the latent stage of conflict.
Yes.
This is important. This is
2
important
points. Yep. 2 points to Team Cathy. Latent means we don't even know that the conflict is there, but it's there, it's brewing, whatever. And it might just be that the charge nurse doesn't know that everybody's mad about XYZ thing going on, right? So she's just bebopping along, has no clue. Or it could be like, I just haven't felt that anybody's upset with me yet, but it's coming, it's there. So yes, 2 points to Team Cathy.
Totally. Okay, so why don't we take a slight break here because we are giving away a Nurse Squad game today to one lucky winner. So if you, oh man, we have 12 points.
Man, June, can you just slip a couple extra points in there for Team Meris, please?
Totally. So if you are interested in winning one of our Nurse Squad games, I need you to listen really carefully, okay? Because if you enter duplicate entries, you get disqualified, and I don't want you guys to get disqualified. So I want you to put in the comments only one time only, type Nurse Squad. So Nurse Squad, if you are interested in winning one of our Nurse Squad games. We have Nurse Squad for fundamentals, pharmacology, med-surg, nutrition, psychiatric mental health, maternity, peds, and health assessment.
All of the things, yes. And if you, so this is for the US only, but if you are international and your name is picked, we will give you a digital product instead, like one of our EKG interpretation course or, ABG whatever digital product you want instead.
Okay.
Yes.
So I did that now so that Angelina can compile all the people who want to win and pick a random winner. I just wanted to give her time to do that. So
yes.
Okay. So just one time only in the comments, Nurse Squad. And
thank you for joining membership.
Totally. Okay, it's your guys' turn, right? I think so.
Yes.
I don't know. I got caught up with trying to give away Nurse Squad.
I know, it's okay.
All right, we have a 2-point practice and skills question. So,
okay.
What is the nurse's priority action if a patient's chest tube becomes disconnected from the drainage system?
Oh, and if you follow us on TikTok, you know the answer to this because I just did this question, I think last week. So, yes. What is the priority action if the patient's chest tube should get disconnected from the collection thingy?
Right, from the drainage system.
The drainage system.
Girl.
There you go.
I got you. From the drainage system.
It's been a day. Okay. Oh, yes, Mercy.
Yep. Mercy got it.
You're close enough for me. Yes.
Yeah, I think we're close enough. So we're going to place the end of the tube in sterile water to maintain the water seal.
Yes. Now, a lot of you are saying things that are potentially correct according to your facility policy. Clamping the tube may be correct according to your facility policy. But for NCLEX, for ATI, for HESI, for all of these things, the correct answer is to place the end of that tube into a bottle of sterile water to maintain that's water seal, and then you will go get the provider, blah, 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 whatever. Now, I love that somebody was talking about an occlusive dressing at one point, but that would be if it were disconnected from the patient. So if the tube got pulled out of the patient, you would put that occlusive dressing over top. But we're talking about it getting pulled from the, okay, Madison, I love this. This is totally a great question. It's because this actually is the ABCs. It just doesn't sound like it. So if I don't maintain that water seal, if I don't maintain that airtight seal, what is going to happen is air is going to rush in that tube, right? That gas in the air is going to take the path of least resistance. It's going to rush in that tube. And now I am going to have an airway and breathing problem because I'm going to have a pneumothorax now that we caused. So we're going to potentially destroy that patient's ability to take a breath at all. So it seems like it is not ABCs, but it really is.
It totally is.
And there are very few times that you don't assess first. But the assessment is, I am assessing the fact that I see that it has become disconnected. That's all the assessment you need, because I have to intervene. There is no other option. So yes,
Totally.
I love that. That's such a good question.
Totally. And that question you guys just answered, that was a 2-point question, by the way. You will totally get asked about this in nursing school. You will absolutely get tested on this. So definitely know that. So good job. And as far as where you get sterile water, in your supply room, there will be lots of bottles of normal saline as well as sterile water. So you're going to go grab one of those and open that up and boop, put it right in.
And if it is your facility policy to use sterile water, if that should become disconnected, then you as the nurse should plan to keep that at the bedside. Just like we would keep a wrench, at the bedside for somebody who's in halo traction or something like that. We would say, this patient has a chest tube, here's the bottle of sterile water for emergency purposes. And if your facility policy is to use a clamp, then you would have a clamp at the bedside.
Totally. So that was good. That was a really, really important question that you guys will get. So I'm really glad we drew it. Okay. We're ready.
Okay. You ready? Mm-hmm. All right. This is 2 points. Okay. Nope. You asked us this question. Sorry. This is 1 point.
All right.
Nope. You asked us this question. Oh my God. Okay. This is 3 points. What impact does acute versus chronic pain have on a patient's vital signs? So acute versus chronic pain, what is the impact on vital signs? Okay.
How would acute pain affect a patient's vital signs versus chronic pain? So,
but which one would do that?
Yep. Which of the vital signs would be elevated?
Yes. Okay. Acute will elevate, chronic will be stable. 100%. So acute pain, this is what the answer says here. Acute pain can cause alteration in vital signs, for instance, increased heart rate and blood pressure. With chronic pain, vital signs may not be altered. And this is super duper important because you need to know, this is why we say pain is what the patient says it is. Just because your patient's vital signs aren't altered doesn't mean that they are not experiencing pain. Because if I have chronic pain, my body has learned how to cope with that. If I have appendicitis, I'm going to have, elevated heart rate and blood pressure and all of that stuff. But if I have chronic pain from a back injury that I had years ago, I'm not going to see any change really in my vital signs unless maybe it is acute on chronic pain. But yes, you must know that. Very super duper important. So that is 3 points to Team Cathy.
Yes. That's awesome. Okay. All right. We have a 1 point practice and skills question for you guys. All right. When performing a fecal occult blood test, so an FOB test, what indicates the presence of blood in the patient's stool?
How do we know that the fecal occult blood test or the guaiac test or the hemoccult, whatever your facility calls it, how do we know that it is positive, that it is indicating the presence of blood? What are we looking for? Kind of, Nicholas. You're on the right track, but specifically how?
Yep, it's a very specific finding you'll find with that fecal occult blood test.
Oh, Gigi, you're so close.
You're close.
Oh, hang on.
Nope, you don't need to use a microscope. You can actually see it right there when
yes.
Yes,
The
nice
color will
job.
turn blue. Yes. So fecal occult blood testing, they're these little cards and they have 2 windows in them, and you put some stool in each window and you close it up and then you pull this strip, and the strip drags a reagent across that stool. And if there is blood, then there will be a blue color around the stool, like a border that will form around the stool, and it'll be blue. And our trick to remember that is it turns blue when there is blood, right?
Blood.
Yeah.
Yep.
So very important.
BL.
Yes. Now
Yep.
you guys are all giving us the findings of like what it might look like, right? What a patient's
In the
stool
stool.
might look like. But specifically for the fecal occult blood testing, the color will turn blue. Yes, I love it. Okay, 1 point to Team Meris.
That's good. And a lot of people are knowing what the stool might look like if there was blood
Yes.
present, you know, but for that FOB test, if it has blood, it will turn blue. Nice.
I love it. I love it.
So we have a winner of our, should we take a break and do our winner here?
Okay.
Let's
Sorry,
see.
dropping everything.
Okay. Our winner of a nurse squad of your choice is Merida Roman. Merida Roman, Merida. And if you're here, Merida, then you need to email support@leveluprn.com. Let them know which nurse squad game you're interested in. And again, we have funds, maternity, peds, health assessment, nutrition, med surge, farm, and what am I missing?
Health assessment, funds, farm, med surg, nutrition, psych, maternity, and peds.
Okay. It's all there. You can pick which one you want and just email us here at support@leveluprn.com. So
and if you didn't win, don't forget, you can save 10% with the code NS10. And if you are a member, you will get a special discount. That video will be available in the community tab of our YouTube channel after this ends. Okay, so special discount that lasts for longer. It's all yours. And if you want to join membership, it's not too late. But yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Totally. And then do we, who started first again?
You did.
Okay. So I asked you a question or we answered the question first?
You answered the question first.
Okay. So we're even now. Like you just answered the last question, right? And yeah. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying these Nurse Squad lives, definitely hit that like button and definitely let us know next time too what subject area you want us to play on these lives.
Oh yes.
And
so love this question. How often do we do this? We do this so okay, so the answer is a little complicated. We do the happy hour hangouts once a month, but the last 2 months we have done this, like we've done Nurse Squad games, game nights, because it's fun and you guys seem to like it. We have a good time with it. So
totally.
I don't want to say for sure that it's happening once a month, but like definitely happy hour hangouts are once a month. And then we do lots of other live events too. Last week we had a live for our planner launch, our nursing school planner, which I just just to remind you, it's very beautiful and we love it a lot.
Beautiful.
It's so pretty. And then next week, I think it's next Monday, I'll be doing a 1-hour live that's just me, and that will be a members only chat. It's publicly viewable though, and we'll be talking about everything you need to know when you are applying for your first job, when to apply for your first job, what to look for, what are green flags, what are red flags, all of that sort of stuff. So we will be doing that next Monday, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Awesome. That'll be so awesome. And let's get our final score if we could.
Also, wait, did we do MedSurge last week?
We did.
Or last
we've done
month?
Farm and MedSurge, and now we've done funds. So we'll probably cycle through some of the other subjects.
But if you're looking for that, we have done those and they're available on our channel. So you can totally watch those, even though they're not live, so it's not quite as fun. But yes, you can totally watch MedSurge and Farm. And we'll put a poll up like we do every time to see what game you guys want to play.
That's awesome. And Nicholas is like, your flashcards are everywhere in my house.
Same.
Yep, totally same. But that's awesome. I hope they've been super helpful for you, Nicholas.
See our beautiful boxes.
I know. We love our flashcards, and we totally think it's the best way to learn and retain the key stuff you got to know for nursing school. So, yeah, our flashcards will help you kind of learn everything that's super important. And then our Nurse Squad games is like a fun way to review and test your knowledge and be ready for your exams. So that's why we have like our ultimate bundles. So like if you get an ultimate bundle in Med-Surg, you get our Med-Surg flashcard deck plus our Med-Surg Nurse Squad game. And those two together will help you nail your exams, learn all the important stuff you need to learn for nursing school.
So true.
Yeah, so rewatch those lives. Yeah, so the Med-Surg Live and Farm Live are on YouTube, so you can see that.
You can go watch our planner live where we tell you all the great things about the planner. And if you're a YouTube member or if you become a YouTube member, there is still a special discount for you on the nursing school planner. That is available still. So if you are like, man, I missed that. I didn't get that cool discount when they did the live. Well, you still can if you join our membership. I feel like I'm on QVC. I don't mean to. I just love this planner so much. Right. I think it is amazing.
It is amazing. I know. We got the whole QVC vibe going, but we're just super excited about the stuff that we've created, and we really think it will help so many nursing students.
And so if you need, listen, if we're going for the QVC, I'm going all the way. If you need a stocking stuffer, this baby is $19, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it's been a minute since I've looked. We don't do any of the pricing, but I'm pretty sure it's like $19 or right in that. Like,
yeah, it's super affordable.
Super affordable. And we have the tip of the day every day, and you don't tear it off. You just like turn the page you do it correctly, and then you have the next day. And then when you get to the end of the year, you flip it around and then it goes the other direction. And so you get to reuse this year after year. It never expires. And it's great for when you're like a new grad, maybe, and you're like trying to refresh some of that memory, or if you're studying for NCLEX. It's one of my favorite things that we sell, just because it's just a very least invasive way to study every single day.
Totally. And all the tips on that calendar are like super testable facts and things that you will most likely get tested on in nursing school. So
yes, our team of nurse educators and working nurses, we went through a list of 900 and something tips, and we pulled out the 366 that we thought were the most important, most highly testable, highest yield stuff. So we don't waste your time with the fluff and the garbage and the nonsense. So totally.
And you can actually find that on this is actually on Amazon right now too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's pretty cool. And June has come back with our final score.
I don't want to talk about it.
I just want to say, Team Cathy. So Team Cathy for the win, like in a big way tonight. So, thank you, Team Cathy. And,
consider Team Meris humbled. Appreciate that.
So she was all smack talking. I felt like I had to go a little hard at the end when we won. So,
it's good.
So, but really, you guys did so well.
Yeah.
Both teams, you guys answered so many questions really well, and that was great. I hope you guys had a lot of fun with it. Yes.
And June, because you were our scorekeeper, we want to give you a digital product of your choice. So if you are, looking to review ABGs or EKGs or any of our digital offerings, let us know. Dose Calc is a great one. If you're a working nurse, we have contact hours too. Like, there's all kinds of stuff for you out there. So, definitely we want to say thank you for keeping score. So please email support@leveluprn.com. Let them know which digital course it is that you want. Oh my gosh, this is the cutest.
We gotta pin that.
Look at that. That's so sweet.
I know. We do. And we actually have a lot of fun together too.
We really do.
We have fun doing this, but we have fun going to weddings or whatever. We're actually going on a cruise next year together. So we're actually pretty good buds actually. Outside
we're going on a cruise in spring. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna have to make some good TikTok content and stuff when we're together. It's gonna be the best. I can't wait.
Totally.
Oh,
I'm really glad. So this was so much fun. Thanks, guys. And yeah, awesome. So I'm so glad you guys had fun. We're gonna do this again next month. I don't
probably
think we
next
picked a date.
month. Yeah, we haven't
we'll
picked
do
a
it.
date, but we will. It's usually like in the first half of the month. Not always, but usually. And like I said, the other two are available to rewatch if you want to study on your own. And on Monday, I will be hosting my office hours live, Monday, the 21st, I believe it is. And that will be 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk all things first job. It's going to be a blast. You guys know I love talking about new grad stuff. So yay.
Totally. You should totally join. So thanks, guys, for coming, and we'll see you next time. Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.